Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. We are back at it. We are back at it. We are back at it again, y'all. What up? This is the Day Trading Degens Room. And I am your host, Charles Becco. I want to give a big shout out to everybody today. Today's a very, very, very special day. Okay, today we'll be doing the community stock picks for the week, right? And so this isn't a lightning round style where, you know, we sit down and break down the tickers. No, this is for the entire community. We want to invite you up to the stage and we want you to share your favorite stock picks for this week coming up and possibly for the month. Again, I'm your host, Charles Becco, and here I have my co-host, Sabrina. Sabrina, say what's up to the wonderful crowd.
What's good, people? Happy Sunday. It's the day before Monday, the day before we start trading. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the room. Today's room is a popcorn-style room with your host, Charles Becco, and myself. You guys are all welcome to raise your hand, and we can bring you up on stage. Charles will be on a YouTube link as well live, so you guys can get that in his bio. Just a little bit of background for those of you who don't know me. I work for Merrill Lynch. I've been in the investment banking field for more than 10 years, supporting a different range of trading desks from FX to complex derivatives such as CDOs, CLOs, structured notes. I trade both equities, crypto, and I buy and sell real estate. My equity portfolio, because I work for an investment bank and I'm considered to be on the trading line, we have a 30-day mandatory hold on our positions. So my trading strategy is going to be more of a longer-term investor. So most of my opinions will be towards longer-term positions and longer-term holds. But thank you for having me today. I'm sure today's room will be fun. Please do come up, raise your hand. We'll bring you up. Thank you, Charles. Back to you.
Man, I really do appreciate you, Sabrina. Sabrina's terribly busy all the time, and I just want to thank her publicly for coming up here. And again, team, I'm going to start just picking folks from the audience, just random folks. Hey, come up here and tell us what you believe your favorite stock pick is for this week and this month, and tell us why, right? You know, we do several rooms during the week, and all the time we've got folks who are constantly saying, you know, they come up here and they, you know, want to drop the whole due diligence on the stage, and sometimes it's not really the time for that, right? But no, today is the day for that, right? And so I'm just pinging a bunch of people that out here from the audience to the stage. Also, hit that plus icon down at the bottom, and please let us know what your favorite stock picks are, right? So I'm gonna just let y'all know mine's, right? I'm gonna let y'all know mine's right now, okay? Straight up, I'm gonna let y'all know mine's right now, okay? Y'all know it's Tesla. I've been talking about Tesla forever, so I'm gonna go first. Every day you're seeing new analysts come out, and they're all saying, hey, 800, 900, 950 price target on Tesla. My personal price target is 1,000. I think Tesla could even get to possibly, you know, 1,200 this year. Okay, you see this nice, just look at that, just fresh MACD cross. We got momentum. We're just, you know, I don't see how we don't run and at least retest the 900 level, right? But again, my goal is to get that 1,000. I feel if we get here, we'll get up there, 950, and then that 1,000 is right there. So my personal pick is Tesla. My next pick is also Bitcoin. Oh, also, well, one of the reasons why I like Tesla as well, let me just show you. What Tesla has a fresh MACD squeeze. Squeeze, right? That just popped off there, right? So it was gathering power, it was consolidating. Look at this, for an entire year, pretty much, right? Since let me see here, since March, right, all the way down to September. You know, we were just consolidating this entire time, and yeah, we're just gathering strength. release of power, and boom, here we are. And so, yeah, I'm looking for 1,000 Tesla, everybody. All right, so my personal pick is Tesla. My next pick for right now is Bitcoin, absolutely. The futures aren't open right now, right, on this, so I can't show you what it looks like via this. I have to kind of open up something else, right?
Hey, Charles, can I just interrupt you really quick?
Oh, go ahead.
I don't see a lot of folks on the YouTube, so guys, go grab that YouTube link so you can see the charts that Charles is looking at. I think things will make a lot more sense. Also, if you have any tickers that you would like us to discuss, please send me one of those little paper airplanes on the back end, and I'll be happy to bring it up. Don't be afraid to come on stage, guys. Raise your hands, please.
Yep. Thank you so very much. Also, Sabrina, why don't you encourage your audience by letting us know what your favorite ticker is for the next week and month?
Well, if we want to stay along those EV lines, I have to talk about
Lucid.
I have to talk about Lucid.
All right, let's talk about Lucid here. Go ahead.
Because I've been not so quietly anymore stacking up my position in Lucid. And Lucid is getting ready to drop their airs this month. They are about to drop them on the concrete. We've already seen a lot of them in California, like hiding out. They're not even supposed to really be out, but they're on the street. We've seen them in California. We've seen them in other places. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They have more mileage than Tesla. Out of all of the EV players in the market, NIO, Ford, all of those guys, I believe strongly that Lucid is going to give Tesla a run for its money. Full disclosure, I do own Tesla, I do own Ford, I own pretty much every single EV stock in the market, trucks and cars included. But yeah, of course I like Tesla. Tesla's going to 1,000, no doubt. I do like Lucid. It's a good price. It's a good entry point. Currently, I believe you said the other day, Charles, that it's in an accumulation stage, right? So I do like, I see Lucid going to, 1 second.
No, I got it.
I see Lucid going to 60, 90, 100, and beyond, based on the due diligence that I've done, based on their entry into the market and the competition that they will bring. My other stock pick is DraftKings. I love DraftKings. It's football season. DraftKings is definitely going to be used highly. So something you guys should know about me, I get into a lot of my stocks low. Like you see, I said I'm stacking up on my Lucid shares, right? I got into DraftKings when they were $15 a share, and rode them all the way to 60 and back down, and then bought them back. So yeah, I like DraftKings for the football season that's coming up. I mean, sports is it, right? We're coming out of the pandemic. I don't think we can be considered, in a pandemic anymore. Offices are opening, sports are in effect. Stadiums are open, concerts are happening, everything is happening. We're going back to business as usual. So yeah, those are my 2 picks for today, and I'm happy to discuss anything else you guys would like. Please note, this is not financial advice. Anything I say up here is strictly my opinion. Thank you.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much, Sabrina, for that pick. Megan, again, thanks for joining us on the stage here. Megan, let us know your favorite tickers for this week and possibly this month.
All right, let's see here. Mine's going to be more based on technical.
Yep.
So I am looking at AMGN, AMGN Incorporated. It is recently a high-low-long, which is a Brooklyn Traders strategy that Charles has taught us. And so I am looking at that for a move to the upside on the daily month chart. We've got a crossover on the MACD. The histogram is turning bullish. We've got low RSI and we've got that high-low long. So I am bullish on AMGN Incorporated. Another one, which is not technical, but ABUS, ABUS. I talked to you about that one, Charles. They are going through litigation with Moderna. They're suing them for Moderna, the patents for the COVID vaccine. ABUS is saying that those are theirs, and Moderna took them.
Wait, can I get the ticker? Is it ABUS?
It is ABUS.
So I see Arbitus. Is it Arbitus Biopharma?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Okay, sorry about that.
So they just had the meeting the other day, and we're waiting for the results. But we can see Friday night, I think it's up like 10% or something overnight, which is a good indication that the case is going well for them. But this is very, very, very speculative. Anytime you do something based on kind of a lawsuit, it could go either way, and you could lose a lot or win a lot. So I have a little bit in this, just waiting to see how it goes. There's 2 patents that they're claiming Moderna breached, and that could be good news for ABUS if they win any of that. And it is up overnight, which is a good indication. If it doesn't, their company on their own selves without this might drop down to $2-3 a share. So I think that the risk to reward is low. That was their price point before they went into any of this litigation. So if nothing goes through, maybe they go back down to $2 or $3 a share. I'm willing to take that risk with some of my money. So I'm looking at that this week. I'm looking at that AMGN. And actually, and I'll probably get some gruff for this, I'm looking at Plug as a high-low short. It did recently just meet the high-low short criteria. That one makes me a little bit more nervous of it breaking that high-low short. But it did get a little bit high on RSI. So I'm watching Plug also as a high-low short.
Okay, cool. So while we're talking, right, I'm taking notes here. Okay, so let's just go over the list really quickly. And team, just to let y'all know, we are publishing a watch list, right? And we'll be letting everybody know all the tickers that have been broken down today. In order to get that list, okay, you would need to do one out of 3 things. You could join the margins room from, yeah, sorry about that. You need to join the margins room from the day trading Degens. Okay, that's their free Discord. You could follow any one of the moderators up here. Okay, I will personally publish the watch list on my IG as well, okay, or you could join our trading community, Brooklyn Traders, right? So one of 3 ways you could get that watch list. Oh wait, there's actually 4 ways. You can always follow the YouTube, okay? It will be on the YouTube as well at Brooklyn Traders, right? So we got Lucid here, okay. Lucid just has a lot of momentum, right? We've got Tesla, that's technicals, also analyst upgrades and earnings. Right, we got Bitcoin, that's technicals and news, right? There are technicals in Bitcoin, and there is substantial news, right? You have the ETF news, and just there's really multiple news items on Bitcoin right now. DraftKings is seasonal, right? Okay, this is when you got football season. Sabrina, there's also baseball, right? People forget the World Series is right around the corner. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't even say DraftKings is seasonal, right? DraftKings is year-round. Boxing,
yep.
Football, basketball, baseball, like anything that people can bet on. That's what DraftKings is about.
Yeah, copy that. You've got AMGN here that has a technical long setup.
Hey, quick question. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, Rashawn, we're just going in order, so you're literally going to be right next. Like, it'll be Mia. Will be Mia, and then it'll be you, and you'll have as much time as you need, brother. Thank you, by the way. Thank you so much for Mia and Rashawn to come up here, okay? And I'm gonna just make this quick. ABUS has got a lawsuit, and Plug has a short setup. I do want to, pass the mic on to Mia. Mia, what is your ticker or stock or crypto or anything that you're looking at to play possibly this week or for the month? I do see the party hat as well. Okay, you got to click. Oh, there you go, Mia.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Mia. I'm from Brooklyn, and my current pick of the day is Base. I've been into Coinbase when they first went on as an IPO, and I got it really low. Now, for the past week, it has gone up to $100, and I have three stocks, 3 contracts. So, and with their new Coinbase.
Hey, Mia, your headset keeps moving and you're like going in and out.
Okay, can you?
So we got the Coinbase thing, and you have a couple contracts, and then we lost you.
Okay, so Coinbase has been running for the last month. Actually, the last week it went up $100, and they announced news for a new NFT platform. So they're up, and there's a lot of interest in Coinbase again, and it's just running. And I just would recommend that. As when Bitcoin is up, Coinbase is up, and crypto is just really hot right now. So I think it's a good play.
Mia, thank you so much for bringing that up. That's wonderful. And again, thank you so much for joining the stage, and also thank you for joining Clubhouse. I do see that party hat there. And Mia brings up a good point. I'd like to remind everybody, right? When the underlying asset class is running, right, all things that trade in that asset class will also run as well, right? And so just a little secret, right? Well, not a little secret. I think I tell the story too many times, but it's just so incredible. Literally last year, around July and in August, here at Brooklyn Traders, our small trading community here, we were all buying Dogecoin at 0.003 cents. We put it in the newsletter. I mean, I personally, quote unquote, put people in a headlock and told them, hey, you got some money, throw some in some Dogecoin, throw some in some Litecoin, throw some in Ethereum, right? If they, and I let them know, hey, if you're more aggressive, throw more in Dogecoin. If you're more conservative, throw more in Ethereum. It didn't matter how much you had, whether it's $200, $500, $1,000. And team, we had members who were literally sitting on 1 million Dogecoin. Of course, we never knew, we couldn't imagine, right, that Dogecoin would hit 70 cents, right? I think much of the community tapped out when Dogecoin reached like 7 and 5 cents that one pump. But we did that, right, principally because at the time, right, as to Mia's point, we saw Bitcoin breaking out, right? So if Bitcoin is breaking out, right, what's also going to happen, right? All them altcoins are going to run, right? So your favorite altcoin, right when, Bitcoin likes to consolidate, that's usually when the altcoins want to take over and they want to continue that run, right? And so not only the altcoins, right? You're talking about Coinbase, right? There's also Riot. My personally favorite, right? Riot, okay? I actually took a position in Riot last week, okay? Mara, okay? You got BT. I can't believe Mara. This is the first time in history that Mara is worth more than Riot. And it's kind of funny because, like, Mara is a holding company. Mara is one of those companies that didn't originally deal in the crypto space, right? They were kind of like those, in my opinion, right? And I'm not going to hold my tongue here. Mara was legitimately one of those junky penny stocks that just would ride the hype train on anything, right? And then, crypto started running, and they said they bought a bunch of miners, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Now they're a crypto firm, right? And they rebranded Marathon Digital, right? They used to be a holding company. I can't say they're a holding company anymore, right? Because they changed it. They changed what they do around, right? You also got BTBT, right? And there's a bunch of these guys, a bunch of companies that just, change what they're doing, right? So you want to be looking at all these things. There's also GBTC. Okay, GBTC was the unofficial, you can say, well, it's not really an ETF. It was the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, right? Trades on the OTC. I think this is probably the only OTC ticker that I actually legitimately say, hey, these guys are legit, because these guys advertise on CNBC, right? I think for whatever reason they just could not list on the exchanges. I have not looked into it. But Grayscale is a legitimate company, right? So there's GBTC. There's also ETHE, right? And so, yeah, these are all viable plays. And so I think out of all of them, right, Mia, you mentioned the best one, right? And that's Coin. Long term, we're very bullish on coin. We think coin could really do some nice things. I like the chart pattern here. It's excellent. Thank you so much, Mia J, for bringing up Coinbase here. Okay. Sabrina, can we get a quick reset? Then my man Rashawn will drop the mic on us.
Yeah, sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I put my headset on.
No, you're good. You're clear.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. If you're here from the UK or anywhere else, good evening. Welcome to the Day Trading Degens room. This is our Sunday room where we do popcorn style. It's more of a discussion. That's what we mean by popcorn style. We invite you folks in our community to please come on stage. If you have questions, please come on up. Don't be afraid. If you have a ticker that you would like to discuss, please come on up. If you have tickers that you like for the next week, for the next month, if you are actively trading this week, options, day trading, swing trading, scalping, whatever you're doing, if there are tickers that you like, please come on up and share with the community. You never know. You might bring a banger on the stage that we all will jump on tomorrow. Give your mods up here a follow. Give the room a follow. Turn on that bell on the room and on the mods, so when we're in both this room and other rooms, you'll be notified. Many of us speak in a bunch of different rooms. Also, if you would like the ticker list that's going to be available at the end of this room, please follow Charles on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. They will be on Instagram. They will be in the Brooklyn Traders community. If you would like to join that community, please hit us up in the back channel. They will also be in the margin Telegram group. If you want to be a part of that Telegram group, please hit me up on the back channel and I will send you the link. Welcome to the room. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Charles.
Boom. Man, I appreciate that, Sabrina. I definitely want to welcome excuse me, Clubhouse acting up. I would like to welcome Nathan Frame to the room, to the stage as well. But my man Rashawn's got some heater for us. Rashawn, man, drop the jewels, man. What you got?
How you doing? Good afternoon, everyone. At first, I was going to ask Sabrina real quick about that Lucid $23.99. Is that a good price to jump in on that? And the ticker I was looking at was ET, Energy Transfer. I know they're based in Texas, and with the winter about to come up, and after everything with Texas being an independent when it comes to oil and stuff, with the winter it's going to be really bad. I think that should be going up pretty good. What do you think?
Charles, do you want me to take the Lucid question?
Yeah, you could take the Lucid question, and I'll back you up with the technicals of what I see. So go ahead.
Okay, great. So I would say, it depends. It depends on what your strategy is, right? If your strategy is a long-term position like mine, I don't see any harm in starting a position now. I would keep the cash on the sidelines if they have a pullback. They are in an accumulation phase right now, which means a bunch of us are buying a bunch of stocks. So, and that's what's helping push it up little by little, right? It's still in the same range that it's been in 20, 21, 22, 23. It went to 26, 27 the other day, but it pulled back. So the pullback is I feel as though it's in a nice setup to start a position, and then you can always keep some cash handy on the side if it should go back down to 20, which I doubt. I really doubt. But it's really up to you. What do you think, Charles? Like, what do you see in the chart? I really don't see it pulling back much more than $22.
Sabrina, you're spot on. So I've got the charts up here on Lucid. Again, team, if you would like to see what we're seeing on screen, right? We're multi-streaming, right? We're streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, while doing this live show on Clubhouse, right? If you would like to get at least the YouTube link, that is in my bio. You could also follow Brooklyn Traders on Facebook. You can look up Brooklyn Traders on Twitch as well. I know like some people have been sending me screenshots of them actually like having their PS5s and Xbox fired up, and they're watching us on Xbox and PS5. That's really cool, right? And so here on Lucid, right? Yeah, it's in that accumulation phase. What does that mean, right? We are going sideways. We are gathering strength. We are gathering power. On the weekly time frame over here, let me just kind of stretch this over, okay? There's a weekly squeeze here, right? You see these little dots, like red dot, red dot, red dot, orange dot. We have a high compression squeeze here. We don't have enough trading history to know what that will be worth, right? My algorithms won't be able to tell me, hey, you know, this is worth this is worth that. However, I can tell you that this thing is gathering power, and due to the fact, right, that we got that high point up there at 64. Again, I want to paint a picture for you, right? Look at this chart on AMC, right? If you look at the weekly chart on AMC, we've seen something very similar, right? Let me actually stretch it further back, right? Oh, here it is. This is a chart on AMC here, right? And I'm not saying it's going to pull an AMC type move, right? But AMC had a similar chart, right, where AMC popped, right, in January, and it consolidated for months and months and months and months and months, and then just another huge pop, right, with a squeeze, okay? What other chart did this? There's a bunch of things. Let me see. Microsoft was like this, right? Microsoft was something that for weeks, right, it would just go sideways, like it, you know. Let me see here, from July all the way to January, right? Like this entire period, it was just going sideways, and then the pop and breakout, right? So let me just look at NVIDIA as well, right? Again, long periods of just sleeping, right? All the way from August, right? For an entire, almost more than half a year, from August to April, just going sideways, and then boom, the breakout, right? And so when I look at Lucid, look how clean this is, right? Look how clean this looks. Look how clean this is, right? The bottom of the channel is at $20 or $20.50. The top of the channel is about $28, right? So you want to buy closer to the bottom of the channel and sell closer to the top until you get the breakout, and you want to see that breakout on volume. So yeah, Lucid is absolutely in an accumulation phase. Every day that Lucid is up here at these ranges, those bears have got to be, you know, they got to be a little bit nervous, right? Like if you're like a longer term bear, right, on this. But hey, I like Lucid long term. I'm gonna add this to the long term account here at Brooklyn Traders, and yeah, this is looking good. I really like it on Lucid there. To your other question about energy transfer, funny, we were trading an energy transfer earlier this year, right around here, around, let me see here. I remember it was like around $3 or something like that, and we played this little run up here, and we've been in it and out of it. I think as long as oil's bullish, you got to be bullish on energy transfer as well, right? So I have a price target on oil for $100. Okay, got a $100 price target on oil, right? And team, I think it's gonna happen. Okay. You see the squeezes here on the weekly time frame for oil. Fresh weekly MACD cross here, right, on light sweet crude futures. So yeah, you got to be bullish oil in this environment, right? So yeah,
but Charles,
energy transfer.
I have a question.
Go ahead,
for
Sabrina.
This particular stock, right, the high has been only like maybe $11 or so, and it's at 10 now. So unless you're trading, you know, significant amount of money in here, not a couple dollars, you're not going to make much money here.
Well, you know,
yeah, I would bet.
I just
jump in and back Sabrina on that, and that the risk to reward ratio is that you're at higher points, and yes, it could go higher, but you're going to have to throw a lot of capital at that to make some money when there are potentially better plays in the market where you're taking less risk and potentially higher reward. So personally, I don't love ET. Because I like making significantly more money or returns on that. So I would look at other plays. But I see what he's seeing and that it does have the potential to go higher.
Thank you. That's what I'll take care. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. So for me, and not only ET, right? I think any oil play, right? Especially the Wall Street Bets favorite CEI, right? Again, as long as oil is bullish, right? Those guys are gonna find a reason to kind of pump this up, right? And so that's that. Okay, so I do want to welcome another co-mod to the stage. I see the Panther down here. So let me just make sure I got the list here, right? We had ET. We talked about Lucid. Lawrence Eggleston, brother, welcome to the stage. Which is your best ticker for the week and for the rest of the month here? Let us know what's in your playbook.
So before we get to that, are we still celebrating the birthday, sir?
Appreciate that. I mean, yes, birthday celebration all month long for me. So
okay. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, I would say you asked me what my best ticker is, particularly this week, and I think one ticker may catch some people by surprise, and that is ticker HD, Home Depot. Home Depot made a fresh all-time high, and Home Depot looks poised for some more upside. Nice MACD daily squeeze, and I see some more upside coming for Home Depot over the next coming weeks. And the setup looks very good on all the Dow stocks from United Health, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. And I actually got the Dow going to 36,000 points pretty soon as well. So yeah, those are like some of my best tickers. And of course, without me mentioning Tesla. Tesla's at 850. Moatani has disappeared. We can't find him. His average short price is 857.
Hey,
Tesla.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, man, forget Moatani. Hey, Michael Burry turned in the towel. Did y'all hear about that? Michael Burry is no longer bearish on Tesla.
Said it was just a short-term trade. But I bet had it went to 300, he wouldn't be saying that. That's all I'm going to say.
Man, those Tesla bears went away real quick. Okay,
real quick. Said, it's just a short-term trade. I think Michael Burry got clapped.
Hey, this is Jose. I have a question, if you guys don't mind me asking.
Hey, Jose, can you just hold on? Because we kind of go in order. So I think Nathan is next, and then we'll hit you right after.
All right, thank you.
Good day, guys. I hope everyone's doing well.
Hey.
I've heard in the news this week there's a ticker symbol BITO. It's a new Bitcoin ETF. I'm just kind of looking for some opinions on what you guys think that's going to do or how it's going to go.
You said the ticker is BITO?
He's talking about the new. He's talking about the new.
It's coming out this week.
ETF. So, yeah.
We talked about it last Friday, Charles.
We talked about it on Friday. But yeah, we can talk about it again. Charles, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, you guys can take care of it, man. Y'all own it.
So, I mean, I have two opinions on the ETF. One, it's going to be good for people who have not already invested in Bitcoin or any alternative coins in that space. It's going to bring, it will also bring some legitimacy to Bitcoin and altcoins that are going to be in that ETF, like, because it's actually going to be listed on the NASDAQ and it's gone through the rigorous approvals and processes and all the things that you have to prove and show as a company and a corporation to actually be listed on the NASDAQ. I mean, it's not easy to get on the NASDAQ, right? You guys have seen so many companies that you think are strong companies, and they are still OTC stocks. They're not on the NASDAQ. So that's a major, major move for them, right? It shows huge support. So with that said, right, it allows retail investors and institutional investors to become a part of it that way. However, my own take on the whole thing is, why would I choose to buy an ETF when I can just go through Coinbase or whatever, apps you guys use. I choose to use Coinbase because I feel I feel more trusting in that application. So why would I buy the ETF when I can buy the underlying, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, whatever they're going to put in it? Why put my money into an ETF when I can just go buy the underlyings? I mean, I do that with even, Kathy Wood stuff. I look at what she's holding in her ETF and I go scope out my own trades and just buy the underlying companies that are a part of it. So, it's not a bad thing. Let's put it that way. It's not a bad thing. It just makes it more accessible to more people. And I think, Megan, you're probably going to want to add to what I just said.
Yeah, you did a great summary, Sabrina, of what we talked about on Friday, and I will just kind of second those thoughts. So from my standpoint, majority of my clients are age, 65 and older, and don't really trust the different wallets and ways that you have to get cryptocurrencies. So this would be a way for them to get it. Also, as a financial advisor, I can't just go out and buy anything randomly. It has to go through a rigorous compliance. And so now that we have an ETF, I can get some exposure to crypto for my clients, as before I wasn't able to do that. We would have to tell them to go do it on their own. With that being said, I can see my clients using it as a hedge against inflation and things like that, and because they're curious and they want to get involved. But we're not looking at 50% of their portfolio. We're talking, maybe 5%. But I'm with Sabrina that if you are actively interested in getting this yourself, I personally would just go out and buy it. I wouldn't get the ETF. And the other thing to keep in mind is anytime you're getting an ETF, you're typically paying an expense ratio, which is the underlying cost you're paying the managers to choose what goes into the ETF. So Sabrina mentioned the Kathy Woods, some of her ARC funds. So the ARC ETF, which is one of Kathy's, has an expense ratio of 0.75%. You can go buy the underlying stocks within that ETF and not pay an expense ratio is a fee, right? You're paying somebody else. So you can do it on your own, get the stocks, not pay a fee. Or if you're not comfortable doing that, then the ETF is a good way to get it. But there's a cost for somebody doing the work for you. So if you don't know what you're doing or you're not comfortable with a wallet, then that's where this crypto ETF is going to come into play. But if you are comfortable, you're going to save yourself some fees by going and doing it yourself. So, I'm half a dozen either way.
But you've given me a different perspective, and it's helped a lot. Thank you.
All right. Man, yeah, y'all held it down. See, there was no reason for me to speak. All right, so we got my man Nathan up here on the stage. So it's Nathan, then you, Jose, and then Mike, and I do believe that's Mike Cherry. That's Mike Cherry down there.
I think Jose is next. Nathan just asked about ETF.
I thought that was that Nathan? No, this is a different Nathan. There was two Nathans.
That was me.
Wait, did you change your? Oh, you changed your picture.
Yeah, I had a silly artwork in there.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering. I'm like, what? Okay, you had me tricked, Nathan. All right, very good. You're a handsome. you're a handsome fella. All right.
Thanks, brother.
Nathan, is that the profile picture from the dating app? What you on? Tinder, Bumble? What you on, Hinge?
I like it. The wife's cropped out of the photo just because well, it's not from the dating app, but I like it.
All right, man. All right. So that's that. Oh, also, Jose, just give me a second before we get to you, Jose. I do want to mention I am having people messaging me on the back end, and so team, we are not necessarily right. We're not doing any technical breakdowns today. Okay, what we're doing is we are inviting folks up to the stage so they can let us know what their best tickers are and why they like it, right? We've been getting calls from the community for this. This is the classic Degens method, right? To come up here and have a popcorn style room. It's Sunday. We do have the time for this. And so Edward Evans could not come up to the stage, but he said he likes the ticker WI. What is that? Weyerhaeuser Company, okay? He says that he likes this. He says on a time frame of 3 months that they're involved in timber, real estate, and natural resources, right? So we will add this to the watch list as well. I do see on the weekly time frame, I do see a squeeze, and I do see a fresh MACD cross on the weekly time frame. And yeah, I'd like to see this thing get up to possibly $40 and test that yearly high there. So that was from Edward Evans. I see my man Suzuki. I guess he wants to take a look at Disney. Suzuki, man, come up here and let us know why you like Disney. I can tell you why I like it. I like Disney when it goes down into earnings. Typically, you know, we've seen in the past that when it like really takes an L into earnings, right? You get a nice little earnings pop, right? And so right now it's close to the bottom of the channel here. Bottom of the channel is 170. We're middling right here. So yeah, I think you can possibly see a pop into earnings. Fresh MACD crossing the daily, you know, so that's that. And so, oh, Megan, you got something to say?
Yeah, I was just going to jump in and pull a Charlene here that none of this is financial advice, just some friends hanging out, sharing our opinions on charts, but you need to do your own due diligence before you place any trades.
Absolutely, team. And team, you know, and I'm so glad that we had all these lovely ladies and gentlemen come join us on the stage, right? Because, you know, it's what we say in our trading community, in our Discord, right? You have to have a team around you, right? It's kind of like being in the army, right? You have to have resources around you. You have to have people around you, because let me tell you something. Hedge funds employ hundreds of people. They're employing investigators. They're employing lawyers. They're employing insiders. They're talking to politicians. They're talking to CEOs. They're having open channels and back channels and all types of resources. And we're retail, right? So could you imagine you sitting in the room next to your PlayStation 3 while you got your Wall Street bets on, you know, I guess if you have Wall Street bets, that'll be cool, right? Because then, okay, you have a group of people. But imagine if it's just you and you're taking investment advice from your bus driver, right? Or just a friend of yours that just happens to like A or B stock, right? You're at a severe disadvantage, right? Right now in this day trading Degens room, I think we just topped out at 100 members, right? So this is hundreds of people that could potentially do research, right? We've had over a dozen people on the stage, right, that are all doing research. That when we pull up stocks, we pull up tickers. There's people looking on the back end. There's people like myself and Lawrence who are technical people who are checking out the charts live, right? And the whole point is you want to have as many resources at your disposal, because any points of information could help you make a better financial decision. Okay, Jose, it's on you, my man. I'm sorry for taking so long to get to you, but I definitely wanted to drop that Easter egg on everybody. Jose, mic's on you, brother.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I have a question. I've been really looking into.
Oh man, Jose.
Like Lucid, Tesla,
Jose,
but I also thought. Yeah.
Hold on. You're in the matrix. Your mic keeps going in and out. So we don't want to miss what you have to say. So could you please start again?
Can you guys hear me better right now?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying is that I've been looking into stocks to invest in that had to do with electric vehicles. I looked into Lucid, Tesla, which I have both. But the one that's really interesting to me right now is Fisker, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about that company. I know they failed at first when they competed against Tesla when they were barely starting, but I really like the partners that he's been getting, and I know that he's worked with other car companies with designing. And do you guys feel like he can be, can his company really accomplish the things that he wants to do, and can it be a competitor? And maybe not against Tesla, but maybe against these other startups like Lucid and all these other electric car companies?
Actually, I actually want to turn that question around on you. Believe it or not, I don't think I've had anyone ever even ask us to look at the Fisker chart. I do myself on the back end, but Jose, believe it or not, it's kind of like what I was just talking about, right? Believe it or not, you're coming here looking for advice, but I think you look like the master. It sounds like you follow them and you know something about the company. Could you tell us 5 reasons or 3 reasons why you like Fisker and why you think it's worth anyone, including yourself, putting money into? If I could ask you that question, sir. I'm asking you to educate us. Educate us.
Well, I'm not, I'm not that educated on it because I had a friend. I didn't even know what Fisker was until a friend told me about it because he was really into Tesla back in like 2014 or whenever it was, starting up. And I just barely learned about, his background in car designing. I guess he worked for Aston Martin. I'm not really sure, but he's a great car designer, and I like how the vehicle looks, the Fisker Ocean. I like how it looks. I like his partners. I guess he partnered up with Foxconn, that they work with Apple, and I actually follow him on Instagram. So whenever I ask questions, he kind of replies to my questions. He says that he's not going to have no problems with chip shortage, that the vehicle is going to come out like mid or late 2022, and I just to me, what attracts me to that company is the way that the car looks. He's a great car designer. But I know that he's failed in the past due to, I guess, like a hurricane or something like that a lot of vehicles were totally destroyed, and he failed. So I feel like any person that starts a company and fails, they learn from their failures. And right now with our president that we currently have, I know he really wants to back up the companies when it comes to EVs. And with the incentives and all that stuff that they're gonna give out, I feel like any car company that's that have electric vehicles, I feel like they're gonna be very successful. But it's all about the approach on how they do it. And I feel like Henrik Fisker, he learned a lot from his failures. And it's a really interesting company to me. I mean, I'm not too sure how they're gonna do, but I'm liking what he's doing right now.
Okay, well, actually, you want to speak, Sabrina?
I'm heavy in the EV space, Charles. I own all these stocks. And
hey, let us know. What's the deal with Fisker? Let us know.
I own everything. So I'm just going to tell you my top picks for the space, right? Just in general. Obviously, I like Tesla. Everybody likes Tesla. We love Tesla. You know why? Because Tesla was the pioneer. Tesla did all the groundwork for all these other guys that are following. Fisker, NIO, Lucid. Tesla did all the hard work already. Tesla's been around for 10 years. You know what they used to call Tesla when Tesla first came out? Tesla was a meme stock. Nobody believed in Tesla. Everybody was like, what the hell is this shit? This is never going to work. You're mad. Now look at Tesla. Tesla's going to the moon. So, with that said, what we've already said as well, Charles told us already, that when Tesla moves, the rest of the industry moves too. So, who do I like in the industry? I like Tesla. I like Fisker. I like Lucid. These cars are going to need to be charged, right? Who do I like for charging? I like blank. Charles knows I have an absurd number of blank stocks. I also like ChargePoint. Who else do I like? I like NIO. NIO's going to be doing big things. NIO is going to be a significant competitor to Tesla in China. Definitely going to put its foot on Tesla's neck. Who else do I like? I also like XTech. So those are my top picks for that space, kind of in a nutshell. I also like ChargePoint. I also like Plug. So there's all different ways you can play this. I happen to own like damn near every single EV stock that's out because I'm a high risk, high reward type of trader. But anyway, Charles, do you want to talk about the charts a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I can mention the charts, but I'm actually curious, Sabrina. I heard you kind of spend a disproportionate amount of time on the other tickers. What's up with Fisker from your point of view?
So Fisker, I think it's not gonna. Fisker is going to be a competitor. I think it's going to come in slower than Lucid, right? Like Lucid has stolen the thunder that Fisker could have had if Fisker would have been able to come to market sooner, been able to have a better product, not have the stigma of having failed one time and then they're doing it all over again. I mean, it's great that he's a great designer, but there's so much more to a car than just the design, right? It's mileage, it's batteries, it's how long can your car drive without needing a charge, it's, how many charging stations can you actually hook up to? Do you need anything special? So I think Fisker kind of it's definitely on the map. I mean, I own a significant amount of shares of them, but I feel like Lucid is stealing the thunder that they could have had. But let's see. It's all about time to market now. What if Lucid doesn't come to market at the end of the month like they promised, or the beginning of November, whatever it is, right? And Fisker happens to beat them. Hey, Megan, you're off mute. And Fisker happens to beat them, and then Fisker comes to market and blows everyone out the water. I really don't think that's going to happen, but it could.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Lucid and Fisker. The one thing that I like about Fisker is their price point. I know they're not going to compete with Tesla in their technology and stuff, but when are you going to see a good-looking car the way that this Fisker Ocean looks like at $30,000 compared to a Lucid that comes like to $100,000?
Let me ask you. Right, it's also a different market. It's more mass marketing, right? Lucid and Teslas are more luxury, but they also have lower price points. Tesla also has lower price points. So, some of it is going to come down to design. It's going to be name brand recognition, right? Tesla is definitely name brand recognition. I live in Miami now. Teslas are everywhere. Everywhere. Teslas are everywhere. There's charging stations everywhere. There's charging stations where I live. So EVs are already out here, and they're out here in volume.
This is not my space. This is completely Sabrina's space. The only thing I think that is maybe different about Fisker than the others is potentially that solar roof for their EV vehicles. And what does that mean for the industry if you don't have to buy a charging station? Or I don't know. It's not really my space, but that's one thing that I think might be different from the others.
And so is this Fisker Ocean? So for everybody in the audience who have not seen it, right? I just kind of Googled it really quickly and put it up on screen. So this is a working vehicle, right? It's not just a concept. Is this drivable? Everybody, Jose, Sabrina.
No, it's not drivable.
No.
It's still a concept. It's not on the road.
Like 2025, I think I read.
It's not on the road. They're saying that they're gonna pull that data, Megan. But that's why I'm saying that Lucid is stealing all of the thunder from Fisker. Like, it's going to be delayed.
Wow, because I'm looking at some of the photos here, and like, I mean, okay, I'm not going to say anything bad, right? But like, some of these photos look a little photoshopped. Some of them. And, it would give the impression that this is a drivable vehicle. Because you see, even in this photo here that I pulled up, like the tire is out where they turn the wheel. And so is this thing like a shell? And I'm not ragging on Fisker, right? Because to tell you the truth, I actually know very little about Fisker. And you guys are actually educating me right now. And so I'm just checking this out. Just kind of surprised that this thing is not drivable yet, and they made a shell and they're just having it around.
I'm gonna say it's Tesla, Lucid, and NIO right now.
Hey, that's just what it is. Then that's just what it is. Again, not to rag on anyone's pick, and Jose, I want to boost you up a little bit, right? You mentioned to us that you didn't know a ton, but you actually shared with us a lot of information. So I did actually learn something from you, especially you said the guy came from Aston Martin, and the CEO is or the executives are very responsive, right, to answering questions on social media, and so that's all very important bits and pieces of information. And I want to thank you so much for opening up such a wonderful discussion on Fisker here. Okay, definitely learning some more. So I appreciate that. Before we get to Mike, Megan, can you give us a quick reset, please?
Yes, I can. So this is Day Trading Degens. If you like what you hear, click the green house above our heads right there and follow us so that anytime Charles or anybody else is on, you can hear what we're talking about. Go ahead and follow your mods if you want to hear what they have to say when they come on. You can check out the charts and whatever Charles is looking at right now. If you click his bio link, there is the YouTube link so you can see what's going on. That's the Brooklyn Traders YouTube, so go ahead and subscribe to that for some helpful hints. The other thing I'm going to tell you is go to brooklyntraders.net and feel free to check it out. There are hours and hours and hours of classes. If you become a Brooklyn Traders member, you will learn so much so that you can go from being, I have no idea what I'm doing in trading, to actually being profitable. So go ahead and check out brooklyntraders.net. But this is popcorn style today on Sunday, so go ahead, raise your hand. We'll bring you up on stage and tell us what your best ticker play is right now.
All right. Thank you so very much. So, not everybody has seen this, but I like to pull out this screenshot every now and again. Okay. I'm gonna direct everybody's attention to the YouTube for just a second. Let me just kind of find the charts here. Let me break it down by month because it'll be easier. Right. Let me go back 5 years. Let me see. What's this? August. Where was Tesla back in 2019? Right. Right around here, around $200-300, right? Okay. Yeah. So, team, this is literally how long I've been telling folks about Tesla. Okay. Tesla was my #1 pick for the next 5 years, right? And before I really codified, our trading community, I used to just throw out free game on my Facebook here, right? So you see the time here, August 2nd, 2019, okay? For people who are not on the YouTube, I'm going to just read it to you. Know how you save for retirement? Buy $5,000 worth of Uber and $5,000 worth of Tesla, then forget about it. Back then, Tesla was $280. I think an original share of Tesla is worth $3 or $4 grand right now, right? So imagine if you did that, you took that advice back then. Now Uber did not get the run. I mean, it's still higher. I think Uber probably is up 45 or 60% since then. But yeah, Tesla absolutely just balls to the wall, right? Yeah, so I definitely, my favorite EV play absolutely is Tesla. I was wanting to see if Tesla could get down here. I'll actually say something bearish about Tesla, actually, So I don't want to just make it seem like it's good, and very good, and all good, right? There is something not to like about Tesla, right? You see all these green lines down here? See all those? Let me make sure everybody can see the screen here on the YouTube, right? Okay, hold on. Whoa. Okay. You see these green lines down here, team? You see that? Okay. These are all gaps on the daily time frame, right? They say 90% of gaps close, and look at all the gaps here on Tesla, right? 283, 250, it's 176, $78, 411%. I know that we've been very bullish in the market, right? But I actually have a grand thesis that we are in a mucho euphoric market. I do believe that there are several asset classes that are in bubbles, especially the NFT market. And I think when the cookie crumbles, you're going to see a lot of these big, huge companies get clapped, right? So I would not be surprised to see Tesla back at 400, 300, and possibly 250 one day. Okay? Count it. Okay, and again, I just showed y'all from my Facebook page, right? I've been an Uber Tesla bull when Elon Musk was smoking weed with Joe Rogan, right? Just like you said, Sabrina, right? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because of what Sabrina said, right? People really did take Tesla and Elon Musk as a joke, like they thought he was going crazy, right? But yeah, I seen the future, At least I had a vision of it, and I'm not surprised. Another thing about Tesla is that they are filing to be an energy provider in Texas. They made basically to be like Con Ed, to provide electricity. So I think there are some big bullish things on the horizon for Tesla. Absolutely. The next person on this list is my man Mike Cherry. Mike, sorry it's taking so long to get to you, but this is a popcorn style room and it kind of goes where it goes. So Mike, man, drop some gems on us. What do you see? What is your best picks for this week and for the rest of the month?
Hi guys. No, I like listening to everything you guys have to say. You know, Charles, you know I'm new to this. I'm learning. I'm picking up every little tidbit of knowledge I can grab out there from you guys. I wanted to let you guys know I don't have a specific one picked, but I am. My strategy I'm picking up, and I know, Charles, you're not going to like to hear this, but what I do is I go and I look at the FDA calendar, right? FDA's got a calendar where they have set days where where companies have filed NDAs for new drugs. And every time these new drugs are approved, you watch the stock, and they explode on the day the news is released, or whatever day it somehow hits the public that, you know, FDA approved this for that, or they added this to this drug is now added for new drugs are approved, you know, juveniles, this, that, and the third. So I go through and I put a watch for each date of each thing, and then I go to each company and I do research on the drug to find out if it's being sold in other countries, what the competitors are for that drug, you know, what its use is for, what its potential profitability, you know, what it can make in the market, the potential, you know, amount of money that it will bring in on an annually basis, you know. And I go and I look at those, and you know, it actually has been working for me, because a lot of the times when you do the research, you can actually see where it's going with the FDA and what's going on, the reason why it had been denied the first time, what they had to go back and do and correct for the information the FDA wanted, this, that, and the third. There's always a reason why. But it seems to me like the FDA, if any of these drugs are brought to the FDA for this NDA form, this new drug approval form, it seems to me any drugs that make it that far, they've gone through the phase 3 clinical trials. They've proven to be of value for, you know, some purpose in the whatever field they're targeted at. And it seems to me that they all are approved at some point if they've been taken to that level already. I won't say all, but, and, you know, it's cool to watch these companies and follow them up to the target date and just try to make some money off the pharmaceutical companies and stuff. That's the only thing, insider knowledge, I try to take and use to make money. And, you know, had I been more aggressive, you know, this week, that earlier in the week on a popcorn round, I had you check the OMER ticker for me. I bought a $10 call, and it closed at like $14, so I like tripled my money, you know. So had I bought more than one contract, I could have done really well. That's all, you know.
Mike, I have a question for people who are listening that are interested in this, because we haven't really talked about this before. What website are you using for that FDA calendar for the new drug approvals?
Well, the FDA actually has one. I'll pull it up right now. FDA calendar I used was right here. Okay, the FDA has, it's not an actual FDA, there's one, FDAtracker.com, standard FDA calendar. And also the one I had originally gone off of was...
Hey Mike, what was that? Could you tell us the HTML, the web address?
Yeah, is FDAtracker.com.
Okay, I'm just pulling that up for everybody because I just want to make sure everybody gets the information for sure. Okay, so I have it on the screen here. So that's FDAtracker.com. Analytics for farmer and biotech traders. Is this a subscription base, or is it free, or how does it work?
It's free. All the information there is free. What I want everybody to know is those dates that are set on the calendar are basically, from what I can tell, is they're on or before that date. So on that date, it doesn't mean they're going to have the meeting on that date. It will happen on that date or before that date, because some of these drugs I've been researching, I'm seeing some of these companies start going sky high, and then I look and I see a notification on Robinhood saying FDA approves this drug, and I'm like, wow, that wasn't supposed to happen for three more mean, I don't think that calendar is like the exact date. I think they sometimes hit those meetings earlier. So what you want to do is get a call. What I do is try to get the call option that covers long before that date. We'll say at least a week to 2 weeks before that date, and to like a week after that date. Because on some of them, I've also noticed that the date they have the meeting, the information wasn't released until the day after the meeting. Say it happened on the 17th, nobody found out about it to the 18th, and then it blew up. Like significantly, some of these things, and I've missed them. I've just been watching and doing, you know, you can really like look into the drug, what's going on with it. A lot of the companies will have like investor information, you know, all kinds of stuff. And some of the ones you really want to go for are the ones in dollars. You know, some of these drugs have market potential for multi-million dollars and up to multi-billions of dollars, you know. I mean, it might be better to invest in those as compared to one that has a market potential of only, you know, 1 or 2 million, you know. So that's the way I'm looking and analyzing those things. And, you know, that OMER one worked out for me. And I want to say something about Robinhood. I do not like Robinhood. I had an option opening. It expired the 15th. And Robinhood, what they do is they go in and they sold to close my call option. And that was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time the market closed, when it expired, I would have made almost $40 more had they just let it expire at the market close. Like, it was very upsetting to me. Robinhood did that. I called them. It's on the phone. They said, yeah, it's risk mitigation. I said, how is that risk mitigation? I don't understand. Well, you don't have the money to cover to exercise. Because I even said, I said, what if I wanted to exercise that stock? Because I was thinking about it. Because you want to know, that drug actually wasn't scheduled. That company for OMER wasn't actually scheduled to, they weren't scheduled to have the meeting until, hold on, let me see, I'll tell you right now. They were scheduled to have their meeting on or before 10/17. Today's 10/17. And what the people do, the investors do, they start slowly buying stocks up until the point that news is released. I've researched so many, I can't tell you exactly what the drug was. Well, I could right now. I could go right to the FDA calendar and tell you what the drug was for OMER on 10/17. That drug was, you know, I'm trying to do all of this all at one time real quick, but I lost that. So, you know what I mean? So that drug was supposed to be, basically what I'm trying to say is we weren't going to know until 10/17 what was going to happen. If you click 10/17 on that calendar and you click it and expand it, 10/17, the new prescription drug, user-free act, PDUFA, that's the paper, and then they give you the SEC website for the all the information regarding it. You go there, or you go to I liked the other calendar I have, the other website. I'd like to give you guys, hold on, let me see it. It's in my favorites, FDA approval. It is G9. I'm trying to hurry up. I'm sorry. I like this other one much better. G9 one said, go.
Mike, while you look that up, I'm just going to do a reset because we've been going on the biopharmaceutical for a little while. So this is
I'm done. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
We're trying to find the best tickers that we should be looking at and just kind of talking about our reason why. If you want to see what we're looking at, you can click on Charles' bio, and he's got the link to YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to that so you can get started. We do have in the chat on YouTube somebody Love, which is Southwest Airlines, as their ticker, so we can take a look at that. Charlene, welcome to the stage, Love. Glad to have you here today.
Hi,
Charlene.
Hey guys, games are finally over for the day. Good news is both the football teams won. Cheers, did great as normal. Welcome guys, I'm Charlene. I always say newbie trader because I'm always learning something new. True believer, it is Sunday. God bless you all. I hope you guys are having fun. I missed a lot, I guess. We're in bio now. Catch me up a little. How's everyone doing?
Everyone's doing great. We've been talking about EVs. We've been talking about Bitcoin. We've been talking about a lot about Tesla. We've been talking a little bit about some biotech, Charles's favorite.
I hate it.
I was just thinking
Hated it. Hated it.
I was thinking how patient Charles is being through that whole bio.
I know. I was
waiting
waiting
for him to shut Mike down. I was waiting for him to shut Mike down. Like,
No, I can't do that.
I'm sorry, Charles.
No. Don't listen to them. They're teasing because it's not about me today. It's about y'all. Okay, and it's never really about me. It's always about y'all. But it's really about y'all. I'm not here to give my personal opinion on the tickers. You guys let us know what you think is great. And guess what? It's going on the watch list. Okay, so Mike, OMER is going on the watch list. FDAtracker.com is going on the watch list, right? So it's not about me. And I just want to put out that disclaimer. But go ahead, y'all. Keep making fun of me in biotechs. Go ahead.
Hey, we got to make fun of somebody.
Thank you for hearing me out, guys.
Well, the other thing is, like, you know, different strokes for different folks. Like, if biotech is working for you and it just doesn't work for Charles, that's okay, right? There's enough money to be had in this market for everybody, and we all just have to find our niche. So
I was hoping to get some feedback on see what some of the mods up here and more experienced traders, how they felt about my little theory or little program I came up with there.
Period or just bio?
No, he talked about a strategy, Charlie, to go to the FDA calendar and, like, grabbing some tickers from there and getting them on speculation of getting approved. Mike, I don't know because I haven't played this, but I put it on my research. I will actively look at these tickers in the next coming month or two to get some research done on that, and I will report back to Charles and the Brooklyn traders if I find anything interesting. So that's on my research list for you. The best thing you can do with that strategy, Mike, is to back test it. So look at previous stuff on the FDA list and pull up the charts and see how it works and back test them to see if that strategy would work. That's my personal opinion, to see if that kind of aligns with what you're looking for. But with bio, it is still like other tickers, buy the rumor, sell the news. So you just have to be careful with that. Bio is very volatile, going up and down, to be profitable either way. But I think the reason why Charles doesn't like it is because if the FDA says something, not to your liking, it kind of tanks really fast, really quick, and it tanks by a lot. So just be careful. It almost feels like Friday we were talking about those lotto plays. Going into penny stocks is like you can hit it big on the bios, but you can also lose a lot. They're pretty volatile.
I'm telling you.
You have to manage your reward to risk ratio and what works for you.
Yup. I'm telling you, those biotechs. And so I think we've come to the point where we may have to shut the hands raising for today. We've been going on quite a bit here. But Charlene, I do want to hear your favorite tickers coming into this week and the end of the month, and then we'll be fired by my man Larry with the Superman shirt. Also, Larry, is that also the Tinder Bumble Hinge dating pic as well? That's a great smile right there.
Bro, you made Nathan go and find a picture with him and his wife.
He did?
And he changed his profile picture to him and his wife. Is Nathan still in the room?
Oh,
Nathan
man.
is in the room coming to stage.
Hey, Sabrina, you know what happened? His wife was sitting next to him.
I know.
Oh, man. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Charlene, you got to stop me. I've been going hog wild over here.
I missed a lot, I see.
You missed some good stuff today, girl.
I hope you guys are behaving.
what am I looking at? I am looking at Starbucks and financial. That's what I am focusing on in upcoming weeks.
Any particular tickers from each? Can you give us one of each?
No, I'm just looking at XLF and Starbucks. Pretty much, you guys know I look at a lot more, but I'll be focusing on Starbucks and XLF for now. My trading strategy is different. I like volume, and I like what everyone else isn't looking at sometimes. So when everyone's talking about SPY, then I'm looking at something different. Because I don't like people playing with my money. So, but that's me personally. But I feel like this week is gonna be very funny, because we do still have the Evergrande issue. I think October 23rd is when they're supposed to pay up whatever they're supposed to pay up, or they will officially be in default. So that I'm paying attention to closely. I am also, for some reason, paying attention to Tesla because, Charles, I see a lot of some action going on in Tesla to the upside, but some heavy bets for 750 by this week. So I'm just going to be watching Tesla this week. I'm not touching Tesla this week at all because something funny is going on.
So the person that's been on 750, they're looking to see if the earnings will be jacked up. So I mean that's.
Probably. Most likely it's a hedge. It's just quite a few. You know what I mean? I track it's quite a few orders, not just like, one bulk. So I'm just going to be watching it. I'll see what comes up on Monday, see what we get come in that way. But other than that, like I say, be careful out there. I am still bearish the market, even though I play to the upside a lot.
Well, all right. Thank you so very much. So why did you like Starbucks? I got XLF here because I know the banks are bullish. They're in a bullish setup. They had great earnings. Why do you like Starbucks?
Starbucks looks like it's in a bullish setup. You can check it out, Charles. You're way better at the chart than I am, but Starbucks is in a bullish setup. And Starbucks, I believe, they have their earnings on the 28th of October. And it's Christmas season, and you know how Starbucks does. They have, all this other stuff going on. So Starbucks tends to do good.
Girl, it's not Christmas yet, please.
Let's not forget. This is 2021. If you guys are not aware, Christmas season is early this year. It's being pushed heavily everywhere. That Christmas season is early, mostly because of a lot of the distribution issues, and just be careful because if you guys are going to be getting a lot of late Christmas presents, exactly why Christmas season is early. I'm playing to that mindset, right? Because we have to think they have to do their shopping early this year. They have to get a lot of stuff done early this year.
Okay, can you please send me mine now?
Funny.
She does with all her call outs in the Discord. That's your Christmas present.
No.
Right? Thank you.
I would like you to send me my own. Just send me my own Christmas present, please.
I've been giving a lot of not financial advice Christmas gifts, okay? Early.
All the reason everybody in this room should join Brooklyn Traders for Charlene's call outs. But Charlene, I'm looking at Starbucks. And that was in a high-low long setup on Thursday and building squeeze momentum on the daily 30-day chart. So I may jump in that with you guys.
There you go.
Hey,
when Starbucks goes, it goes, and it pays well. So let's not forget that too.
I do see here. I just pulled up Starbucks as well. I haven't looked at it in a very long time. Here's 3 things I like about Starbucks. It is in a high-low long setup. It is in a trampoline setup. It is sitting on top of the 200 with earnings coming up. Man, I see the potential for like a kaboom. So I actually love this setup. I would call this a 3 to 4 star setup. We used to have a 3 to 5 star system here. I want to give this like 3 stars, right? Only 3 stars because I see all the trappings for reversal, right? You also have a MACD. So you got a MACD here, high-low there, trampoline set up there, 200 right there. Oh, shoot, we're on the weekly 50. Yeah. This is like a 3-4 star setup right here out of 5. I like Starbucks. I'm going to put an asterisk on this. So, I'm going to let y'all know how I like to do this watch list. So, I'm going to let everybody know. In case you didn't notice, right? I'm going to let y'all know a secret. I hate watch lists. I hate them. I don't like them. You know why? Because typically, at least, sorry, I shouldn't say I hate watch lists. I hate the way people do watch lists, right? So typically what they do, right, is they would do a show like this or whatever, and then they would just get a list of things, right, from the audience members, right? And then they would just throw everything at the wall, and there's no context, right? That's like speaking 5 different languages at once, right? If you use you're saying one sentence, but you're using each word in the sentence is a different language, right? It doesn't make any sense. So for me, what I've been doing here on the back end, right, is that if I personally see a chart that I like, right, I'm putting down a little asterisk, and I hope I said the word right, next to that particular ticker if it conforms to setups that I personally like, and of course I'm in charge of the watch list, right? Not to throw shade on anybody's stuff, right, but you know, I have to kind of feed through it through my own rubric if I have to consider whether I want to get into it or not. And right now, Starbucks looks the best for a reversal that I've seen all day. And so this is the one time I'm going to throw out my personal opinion on this. Of course, y'all know I love Lucid and Tesla and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of like something that's primed and looks ready for a nice reversal, I like Starbucks here. I like it good enough that I may take a position tomorrow. Not financial advice. Assume everything that you hear will get you clapped. Okay. So, I do want to thank Larry for being patient with us here. Larry, you have the greatest opportunity and also the greatest responsibility of being the last person on stage with us today. So, Larry, the mic is on you. No pressure. Go ahead, Larry. Let us know your taker.
Yeah, now I'm going to change my mind. No, I'm kidding. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you great. But before you go, I again, just because I'm a clown, right? Is that the Tinder, Bumble, or Hinge dating pic?
What's that?
Is that the dating app pic you got right there? Bumble? No, this isn't it? No. Okay. If you want to throw on a dating app pic for us, let us know, okay? All right.
No, I'll just give you some super stock pics. Nothing with kryptonite.
Oh, so go ahead, man.
So I'd say, I mean, keep it kind of short and quick because I've got a little breeze picking up here and it sounds like it's noisy on my end. I like, well, of course, you got Bitcoin move obviously this week, and you've got everything related to it. So that, as you know, with all the mining that's coming out from China, coming here, you got to look at a lot of the mining stocks that are, I mean, Riot's great, and some of the other ones that you mentioned great, but there's a lot of small ones that keeping an eye on. I throw out, sorry, you're talking about watch lists. I'm pulling up my watch list here. Sorry about that, but I would say you've got, you know, BITF, you've got HUT, HUT. Technology.
Hold on. Wait, say that. Larry, I'm sorry. Say that again. Say that.
BITF is Bitfarms.
Oh, BITF?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. And Larry, I don't mean to interrupt you, right? Let us know why you like these tickers, right, as well. Let us know why you like them.
Yeah, I know. I'm still actually doing the due diligence, the research, but I think with everything coming here, you know, China's kind of shutting down on their end. There's a lot more mining coming here, the mining related North America, U.S., Canada. I think you've got to look at some of these other technologies that are out there, with these other companies. So I'm not specifically saying, you know, this one over that, but I'm just throwing some out there that people might not have heard of, other than maybe a Marathon or Riot type, you know, in that space. because they're also priced a little bit lower as well. They got more room.
So do you own these guys?
I'm looking on Monday at, well, tomorrow at like Hut and Hive, but for me, and then BITF, but for me, I'm looking, I kind of was in coin, and I just think for the price, you know, it's going to be hard, let's say, 5-10x coin at this point versus something that's $5, $10, $15, and it's going to ride this Bitcoin wave right now.
Yeah, so let's talk about those $5 or $10 ones that you think are going to ride. So which ones are they?
Yeah, well, BTBT is at a high. I've got that. It's Bit Digital. It's 11.23, I think, price right now. That had a nice run up, about 5% on Friday as well. And then, you know, even underneath that, I'm starting to look, well, price-wise is about the same for HUT, HUT. But about half that price is BITF, Bitfarms, which is, is a Canadian-based blockchain infrastructure company. And I'm kind of throwing a few of these out there because I didn't want to start with that, but it was kind of on my mind when somebody else mentioned it. Just trying to see if those are the ones I was looking at primarily. Other than BT.
Can you tell us why you like them? Because, I mean, if you notice, right, everyone has been on stage, and even the mods, like, we give a little spiel about, it's not just about throwing pictures out and seeing if they stick on the wall. Like, tell us why you like them.
I do like them because they're related to the blockchain and Bitcoin, but I don't have enough to say that they're going to explode, other than, you know, riding the wave of crypto and Bitcoin right now, and the Bitcoin mining that's coming here. I think it's just all related to people that, you know, look, Coinbase is great and it's big, and it's, but it's also got a lot of customer service issues. So, you know, if they don't fix that, if regulation comes down, I can also see that dropping. And so, in 100 shares of that is, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not hypothetically saying it's a significant investment, and then, you know, you get a hit. You're going to take more of a hit on that than something, I think, that's smaller in the space that's going to start growing. I'm just not sure, other than BTBT, what my next move is going to be, but those are just some of the ones that I was looking at. And then I don't really like FTFT, which is China-based future fintech group. It's about $2, $2.15. But what I do want to throw out there as like a curveball inside of this, because I know I'm kind of throwing this out as you're wrapping up, is I like two others, and the short to medium term. NetList and NLST had a run up to 10. You had some sell orders that brought it down a little bit, but that was like $1 stock for me earlier in the year. I loaded that up, and
what was that ticker again?
5-6 range.
What was that?
NLST, NetList.
NLFT?
Basically, NLST.
I can't find that
one. Is the lawsuit resolved now?
Yeah, so they have dates coming up. Yeah, Google, Samsung lawsuits, and one other name just eluded me. But they have trial dates and settlement conferences going on. And they have a great attorney that NetList just hired, and it's probably going to get moving in November. Between November and March, I see it's going to either resolve or not, and I'm loading up like it's going to be getting somewhere. I don't think Google right now, and some of those big techs have had with Facebook some of the best news these days with regulators. So my thought is that they're going to try to get some sort of a settlement. Both with, if you look it up, you'll see the litigation ongoing, and I think there's a lot on where I've seen a lot of updates has been on Reddit. If you pull it up there, you'll see a ton of like discovery and settlement deadlines. And this is a California case, so the judge is really moving this, pushing it to get them to talk and maybe settle this. So I can see that one multiplying into the teens, 20s pretty quickly as soon as it gets closer. Settled. So I think it's pretty steady. It dropped to like 4 or 5, but it hasn't really. It's kept its own there, and it's just waiting for the next move on the court settlement or court order. Now, that being said, this has been a multi-year litigation, but I think it's coming up to not being, halfway through at this point. I think it's 95% done in my read of it. And the last one I'll just throw out there is HDLI is a pharmaceutical that is got a rename, and it was HDLI the ticker, but now it is NVNO, NVNO Medical, and they're out in California, but their stock's had a nice run if you look at the 6 months. They base all the venous disease and all the varicose veins, everything like that. They've got this testing going out that's basically, if it gets through, and if it gets FDA approval, it's going to affect millions of people. They're basically going to have a solution. If you just go to their website, look at some of their PowerPoint docs and investor relations, and without saying insider information or anything like that, I'm pretty confident of this company, and I don't know anything, let's just put it that way, but I'm fairly heavily invested in this because I have a good sense that somebody know that's involved in this is very successful, and they're going to take this new venture. It's going to be a big success, and I just have all confidence. So I'm just advise you not to invest based on that, but look at their investor relations section. They're bringing some trials that are going to get closer to, I think it was in South America, and now they're bringing it up here. And in the next few months, say by the end of the year, first quarter, I expect to see some movement, a lot more than where it is now. And actually, this 10 is, if you look at the 6 month or a year, that's a good movement already, but waiting for that next phase. And maybe this goes back to what the other caller said about checking that, FDA list. I'd have to check that. I'm on my phone walking, but I'm pretty strong on NLST and NVNO. I used to call it HDLI, but NVNO now.
Okay.
You'll see that.
Great.
So, I'm sorry about the Bitcoin mention. I just kind of came back to that at the beginning. And
you don't have to apologize, by the way.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I do want to mention, because I don't want you to feel like there's any pressure to give out any kind of due diligence, right? We just ask everybody that if you have anything to say, right, like anything at all, right, it's all news to us. Like, I never heard of NLST. This is the first time I'm hearing about NVNO.
It used to be HDLI, but you'll see NVNO now as the ticker.
Right.
Yep.
So you're literally,
and both of those I had very, within the last year. You'll see how you were in that a year ago. Been a nice movement, but even less a year ago, 6 months. Especially on NLST. That was $1 stock. So I expect the next step up. But yeah, sorry I'm out about walking the dog up a hill. I'll shut up now.
No. It, like I said, it's fine. Again, the reason why we have this show, especially while we're doing it on the weekend, right, is because typically during the week we have the lightning round shows. That's exactly what it says, lightning round, right? We're trying to get through as many takers as fast as possible, and so it's on the weekend that we have time for a show like this. We could probably move it to sometime during the week, but it needs to be on a time that kind of fits for everybody, and it's really hard to get everybody's schedule synced up, right? And so for right now,
by the way,
we're doing Sunday.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So
the one thing I didn't say, the one line I didn't say about NetList is it's a patent infringement lawsuit. So when I said lawsuit, it's basically they win those. You can see some of the estimates of how much they would be owed for the last several years from the likes of Google or Samsung on some of their product, based on some of the estimates. Check out Reddit, check out StockTwits. But TBD, you never know how slow court continues to move or speeds up. But there could be, I think it's pricing in some movement that things are going to start happening. And who knows, it could be like a AMD or something down the road too, and look at that stock prices. So I would finishing Tesla is a lot harder than finishing something that's, you know, $10 or $20. So, but yeah, anyways. At $800, I mean, kind of put up
yeah, Larry, most of my takes are on the lower end too.
Yeah, I mean, I have some Tesla, but like, if you're going to tell me here's $8,000, you can get 100 shares of Tesla, or you get $8,000 something that's, you know, can get a 10 or 20x potential lower. You know, you take the risk reward, I guess. But I don't think that Tesla. I think it's going to go up more than down, but they still, you know, double or triple that price. Probably going to take a lot longer time than find a good $5 or $10 stock. If that.
Yeah, be careful when you say things like that, right? We have to be careful,
True.
folks. Please understand your risk reward, right? High risk speculative stocks. I always tell everyone that I know, please don't trade with any money that you cannot afford to lose. Please do not trade with any funds that you cannot afford to lose.
I totally agree with that. And but I mean, once you get past that point of what you can lose, whether, you know, on a potential growth stock or, but you know, I mean, NEO is got great potential too, and I like that too. And look at the price compared to Tesla, and you've got the biggest population in the world in China, right? So it's a threat to Tesla, especially there, and I love that. And even though it's dropped, I think if you can get it below 40, it's definitely going to go, I think, a lot higher. In my opinion, that's why I own it.
Did you miss my whole EV speech earlier?
I might have. Sorry.
I talked about the whole EV market earlier.
Yeah. I agree with you. Like after Tesla, NEO, and whoever the other caller said something about Lucid, I wouldn't really go past that. That's the car makers. But yeah, I just when you get into triple-digit stocks, there's the safety of it, but how much is it going to multiply?
I just want to jump in on that, Larry, in that so some of the people in the room and a lot of the Brooklyn Traders members, if you're part of BrooklynTraders.net, trade options. So we aren't necessarily always looking for a stock to double its share price because we may be in an option play that could double or triple or quadruple, you know, and if you're a swing trader versus day trader versus a scalper, I mean, you're looking for all different kinds of rates of return. So I think for me personally, I'm going to look for a good setup with a good company. And even if I might not double the share price, I might double or triple my option price. So it really just depends on what type of trader you are and how much risk you're willing to take for that reward. But I think, Charles, are we needing to wrap up because Brooklyn Traders has class tonight as well? Or do you think we have time to continue on?
Oh no, yeah, we're coming to the end of the show. Actually, Larry was the last speaker for today, you know, but I did want to give Larry an opportunity to, you know, land the plane there. You know, one of the difficulties in running popcorn rooms, right, is that, you know, they could kind of go an hour or they could go 5 hours, right? And so, you know, you definitely want to give people time. And again, I'm giving people time based on how the room was run when Akeem and David was here, right? Akeem and David didn't pull out the stopwatch on people, and they didn't, it was, I can't say it's a free for all, right? But it was definitely more of an open room. And again, I want to keep on in that tradition here with the community stock picks, and definitely give a big shout out to David Alorca and also Akeem. Appreciate you fellas out there. And I'm just so happy that we're able to get this list. I do want to go over the list once more, just finally here. I'm not going to go over the reasons because this list is actually pretty substantial, right? We've got Lucid, Tesla, Bitcoin, DraftKings, AMGN, ABUS, Plug, Coinbase, WI, I think Weyerhaeuser, GBTC, ET, Home Depot, you could say the Dow or the DIA ETF, the Bitcoin ETF, Fisker, FDAtracker.com, which is a resource, OMER, XLF, Starbucks, BITF, BTBT, Netlist, and NVNO, right? So that's a list. And so when we do publish this list, I'm gonna put an asterisk over tickers that we personally like. You know, I do want to be very careful not to say, hey, I like this or like that, because this is about y'all. This is y'all. But, you know, when I put out this watch list, I'm going to let you know the things that we like based on setups that we play here. And so, any moderators want to have anything else to say before we close out the room? Sabrina, Megan, Charlene?
I just want to wish everyone a good week. Please make sure that you do your due diligence. We've shared a lot of information in this room. None of it is financial advice. If you would like to join Brooklyn Traders, please hit us up. It's a great community. There's a lot to learn. Like Megan said, there's a class tonight. Charles does classes every other week. We have the lightning round Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Charles does Zooms and pre-market, when the market opens, pre-close, during the day. There's so much information that's been given out, and the fees are nominal based on the revenue you're going to be able to generate. You learn how to trade options, calls, puts. You learn how to scalp. There's all kinds of information being shared in Brooklyn Traders. So please hit us up if you're interested, and we'll get you the link to the website, brooklyntraders.net, and join the community. Like Charles mentioned earlier, right? It's all about community. I mean, I work for an investment bank, and we have a community, right? We all work there. We all are sharing information with each other. We have analysts, we have researchers, we have quants, we have whole teams of technology people, whole teams of quants that are building models that are just blowing everything out of the water. So it's really important to have a community, guys. And you know, I hope you choose us.
I'm going to jump in and say just two pieces of information that kind of jumped at me to share with you tonight. And that is, one, people are rewarded in public for what they practice in private. And so you can see some of us up on stage, or you can hear that people are making, you know, I got 100% on that call option or whatever it is. These people are in the Discord every day talking to each other. They are watching the YouTube videos, the classes that we take, and then are recorded, and we can rewatch and rewatch. So you don't just go to the gym once and you're all fit and fab, right? You have to go and go and go, and then someday somebody goes, damn, you're looking good today. Yeah, you're rewarded in public, but you practice in private, and so put in the work and the effort. The other thing that I'll tell you is the fee is nominal, and you have to look at what is the cost of the education or tuition with Brooklyn Traders or any other education group versus the cost of being exactly where you are a year from now, right? So if you did nothing to further your education or your generational wealth or getting yourself out of a check to check, what is the cost of opportunity? What is the cost of standing still for 1 year as opposed to paying somebody to expedite the knowledge and information for you to get ahead financially? So those are my two pieces of advice. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all have a green trading week next week.
I want to just echo what Megan and Sabrina said. I just do want to add that please do your due diligence with everything. Back test, paper trade, do whatever you have to do. Please practice risk management. Be careful, guys. You can make great money, but if you are not careful and stick to a certain trading plan, you can lose it all, and it'll be pointless, right? So just be careful. Get the education you need. We are here to support each other. Thank you for joining us. We will be back again on Monday for the lightning round. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Over to you, Charles.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. You killed it today. Really appreciate everybody here. Really appreciate all the audience members. You know, we started off a little slow, but man, y'all came in a big way towards the middle and the end. And so yeah, quite the long watch list. Again, a couple ways to get it. Okay, again, we do have the margins group. Okay, ask us for that. We do have our private Discord. Ask us for that. Or you could actually follow us on IG, right? And the watch list will be on the IG as well as the due diligence. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Want to wish you a happy trading week, and let's see what the futures are talking about at 6 o'clock today. If you're interested in coming to the class will start in 1 hour, okay, with Brooklyn Traders, and hope to see y'all there. All right. Thanks,
One last
everybody.
thing, Charles. Sorry. Follow your mods. Follow the room.
Yep.
If you want to get the watch list, please link us on Instagram and BrooklynTraders.net.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sabrina. All right, team. That's all, folks. Until I get other music, this is going to be the Day Trading Degens community beat. Hey, if you're a musician, let us know. We can have you featured. Whatever your music is, let us know. Don't forget to follow the club, Day Trading Degens, one of the top 30 clubs on Clubhouse. 130,000 members, y'all.